Welcome to a special summer edition episode of the Kpopcast. The Kpopcast alone was not enough for the endless summer songs of 2018, so we had to pull in assistance from our other super K-pop podcast friends. Rodri, who are our special guests?
We've got the top 3 K-pop podcasts in the house tonight. First off, we have Shannon and Angelica.
Hey, it's Shannon.
And Angelica.
From Ask Me About Kpop.
Then we've got Jonathan.
Hi, this is Jonathan from the Kpop Hot Pot.
And we've got Steven.
Hey guys, this is Steven from Kpop Unmuted. And I just want to say I was told this was sort of an Avengers episode, so if this is the Avengers, I feel like that I'm Hawkeye. No superpowers, but I've got some cool arrows in case things get dicey.
All right, well, welcome to all of our special guests. I think this is the first time we've had this many K-pop podcast co-hosts on the show, and it's super exciting to have all of you. 1, 2, 3, let's go. So let's jump right into it. Looking over the 2018 summer songs, we thought it'd be fun to bring a K-pop podcast Avengers-style episode, thanks for the reminder, Steven, to discuss the best of the best.
We have made a list of all the songs released starting in April, since summer came early this year, and ending on August 10th.
Each podcast was left to determine how they defined and landed on their most memorable K-pop songs of the summer.
Then we Kai-Bai Boat and Thunderdome dueled it out on our respective teams to come up with our top 3 songs.
But before we jump into those lists, let's talk about what we love about summer music.
We all love summer music, don't we? I think this is like my favorite time of year for K-pop.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think it's the best part of K-pop. Like, K-pop does summer music the best.
Exactly. I totally agree. Whenever I'm thinking of what K-pop songs to send to my friends, it's generally going to be something that came out in summer.
It's peak K-pop time.
Indeed.
And that is always so important. We need a good list of songs to show to our friends when you like K-pop.
Isn't that what it's all about?
Constantly cultivating a showcase list.
That was beautifully said.
Well, and I think this is our first summer without Sistar, right? So we need to put in a little extra effort to...
R.I.P.
True that. What do you guys think makes a K-pop song a summer K-pop song? I mean, all of us at Kpopcast, we were discussing that, like what we're going to put in our criteria, and, some of us thought of, tropical beats or something that you'd play at a block party, right? What other ideas did you have?
I think it's got to be upbeat.
Definitely something upbeat. And we had a lot of, bubbly songs that almost sound sort of, they sound
watery. They remind you of there's a refreshing element to it.
Yeah, like something about the instrumentation itself is beachy.
Yes.
It's beachy.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Also, songs with some sizzle. Gotta have some sizzle in there.
I like that.
Gotta spice up the night.
That's what I'm talking about.
That sounds like a song in and of itself.
There you go.
That does. Sounds like a Super Junior release, Spice Up the Night.
Yeah, spice up the night.
Yep, it's coming, you guys. Look out, summer 2019.
Take my money.
Or as we like to refer to them, Super Senior.
Oh, yeah.
That got some pretty salty responses, by the way, from the other K-pop Unmuted hosts. Yes.
Oh, I bet it did.
They noticed that. They noticed the Super Senior reference.
I love it. Oh, gosh. So, I mean, all in all, do you guys think summer 2018 of K-pop gave us a summery vibe by our official standards?
I would say most definitely.
I think so, too.
Yeah, there was a lot. But I don't know, I feel like to me, it'll take till next summer for me to decide how I felt about this one because I'm still living it. We were talking before the podcast, what was the last K-pop summer that feels familiar? And to me, the summer of 2016 with Tiffany's album and Taeyeon's album and Jonghyun's album,
and Luna's album.
Yes, that was just summer to me that year.
Yes.
So I might look back on this one and feel the same, but I feel like I'm still living it right now, so I don't know.
But I do think that this summer has come out with hit after hit. I feel like this summer has had so much music, and I think that there's a larger percentage of it that personally, at least, I've really enjoyed.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I think this year has just been relentless with great K-pop.
Well, I think especially when you compare it to last year, I think last year was kind of up and down in regards to what worked and what didn't. So I feel this year has been pretty consistent overall, especially the summer with its releases.
Yeah, consistently good stuff.
Yeah, what are some elements or trends that you noticed this summer? I mean, I know that for us at the Kpopcast last year, all we could talk about was tropical house. That's all we could hear. That's all that we saw. And now it's kind of on the decline. We aren't seeing much tropical house anymore, but what is the summer 2018 sound for K-pop?
I think the Latin vibes have I've been really feeling that a lot, like Eric Nam and Mamamoo and Super Junior, Super Senior. There's been a lot of there's been a lot of that, which to me also somehow says summer, because you think of south of the equator and it's hot and
or
cool
you
drinks
think of hot Spanish nights, the classical guitar and sweaty flamenco dancers or whatever.
Flamenco dancers.
I mean, that's what I think of when I think of summer, but maybe that's just me.
Fashion-wise, all the dudes have been pulling off those incredible Hawaiian shirts, tucked into the tight pants, and they all look French tucked into the tight pants.
Yeah, so short sleeve button-ups.
Yes.
They all look so nice with the light fabric, and the girls are wearing super cute
what are the
fanny
ladies
packs.
wearing?
So many cute fanny packs,
but also those super cute little outfits where they'll have a little fitted crop halter top and a matching shorts or skirt or whatever. There's a lot of really picturesque summertime fashion happening right now too.
So I think I kind of missed the fanny packs, but I think I read somewhere that thongs seem to be a thing this summer.
I gotta concur. I did notice a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that. I mean, maybe in rap videos in the past, like Hyorin and Jesse, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
How could you miss those, Stephanie?
Booty number 1, booty number 2.
Yeah.
And I'm totally fine with thongs or whatever you want to wear, but I just don't get why thongs always have to be combined with twerking and grind. It's a thong. I get it. I'm not missing the thong.
It's no, it's got to be in your face.
And also get off my lawn.
Wow.
Well, guys, let's move on to the next part of the show. The part of the show we've all come here for. We've gathered together a huge list of songs. Each of us has picked 3 top favorite summer songs, and we're going to go through those one by one, each show's hosts discussing their favorites. So first off, we've got Ask Me About Kpop. Guys, take it away.
Wonderful. So for us, I think this was a little tough because, as I just said, 2018 has just been full of K-pop blessings, and I feel like picking favorites has been hard. And trying to find the most summery song also felt like a bit of a challenge because there were songs that we loved, but they didn't quite fit this summer criteria. But I also think our picks were pretty great. So, Angelica, please take it away.
Happy to. Okay, so our first pick is 17's Oh My, which we think of as more of a driving with the windows down kind of song. The video is really colorful and fun, but it's still relaxing, and the song has that video game orchestration to make it nice and bouncy. So it just makes you think of sleepovers and fireworks on a summer night.
그대를 어쩌나 너 때문에 난 이제 어쩌나 돌고기 매일 네가 좋은 걸 어쩌나 그대는 어떤가 나 때문에 잠들기 힘들까 쉴 틈 없이 설레게 하면 어쩌나
Our second pick is Selfish by Moonbyul from Mamamoo. I think this song works for either driving with the windows down or being on the beach because the chorus itself feels very breezy, and summer is the perfect time to be feeling yourself.
Yes.
I wanna be selfish 아직 많은 나의 wish 세상의 기준을 맞추기엔 제멋대로인 게 어울려 Sometimes being selfish 오해 말아 나쁜 의미는 아니야 조금 더 솔직해질게 I love myself
I think we should also point out that features Seulgi.
It does,
Yes,
of course.
Seulgi.
It does feature Seulgi
She's
from Red Velvet
Red Velvet,
as well.
yeah.
Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. But our number one pick was predictably Shiny's I Want You.
Shocking. So surprised.
We are the representative Shawl podcast. So
If Shiny came out with something, they had to be on our list.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter
Had
what
to
it was
number
gonna
one.
be.
Well, you didn't pick a bad song, I must say.
True. And this is a tropical house song, but the marimba in the instrumentation is what we feel like really sells the summery vibe of it. Plus, if Card has taught us anything, it's that nothing says sunshine like a chorus of Oh Na Na.
It's true.
I want you 눈앞에 네가 다시 다가와 그때와 다른 결말이 오길 I can't let you go 매일 나 그려왔던 바로 이 순간 I said I want you I can't let you go 끝없이 기다려온 바로 이 순간 I said I want you
The marimba. Oh my gosh, that's what I've been thinking this whole time. I'm like, there's this really summery instrument that's in all these songs. Marimba. Thank you.
That's actually a trend in like Western pop for a couple of years. So maybe this is K-pop finally picking up on the marimba.
Ooh, maybe. It's all cyclical.
I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, me too. I love me some marimba.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for those top 3 picks. Moving right along to Kpop Hot Pot. First of all, how did you guys arrive at your top 3?
Well, it definitely wasn't easy, and I think we really wrestled with the thought of having Lo Siento win there, because if you know our show, you know we're huge Super Junior fans, but we thought we would add it to this list just because we probably would add it to every other list that we have. So really, in coming to deciding with this one, we really wanted to kind of think a little bit more different in regards to the theme of it being summer. Now, with our first pick is iKON's Killing Me. Now, that does not scream summer song, and especially in regards to when you see the music video. It's obviously a darker song, darker in meaning, darker visually. But what I liked about the song is it kind of reminded me of a different element of summer in regards to, in summer, a lot of us go through different changes. We go through relationships, whether that's romantic or with friends. And, you know, it comes to certain moments where things get tough, things get difficult, and, you know, we kind of battle with certain feelings within us. So it kind of reminded me of like a late Saturday night, like leaving like a bar or a club and wrestling with some emotions during the summer. That's kind of why I picked that song, and I really like it too. I think the song works perfect. I think it just works perfect as a song in general. I feel like it's a perfect end of the night song, and
Yeah, I can
I
see
just
that.
love that song.
You're kind of walking around outside. It's pretty warm, but you know.
Exactly,
it's
and the
nighttime.
dance is kind of easy to do, especially if you know if you're
It
kind of
is.
relaxed, couple of drinks in you. You can do that walking down the street. Why not?
Hey.
Why not?
People might stop and stare, but
Yeah, let
it's all
them.
good.
Put
yeah,
it on
let
YouTube.
'em.
I dare you. Exactly.
Woo. I really like that pick, by the way.
Oh, thank you. And then so for our second one, we wanted to go the opposite direction completely. And we went with AOA's Bingle Bangle. We went with this for a lot of reasons. I feel like with AOA, it was obviously missed them, and I felt that it was appropriate to have them in the summer, especially because there are bigger artists, or I shouldn't say bigger, but you have Sistar who's missing, who typically is the queens of the summertime. So with AOA coming back, and I thought with their sound, it's definitely more of a morning summer song. You wake up early, maybe you're having a barbecue, maybe you're going on vacation, and it's a perfect song to really start the day off and to really get you in gear for what the summer brings on, because it's a very comfortable, mellow, kind of a flowery or cloudy type of a song, type of a sound. So definitely wanted to pick that as our second pick.
엉덩이 흔들어봐 빙글뱅글 뱅뱅 빙글뱅글 엉덩이 흔들어봐 빙글뱅글 뱅뱅 빙글뱅글 엉덩이 흔들어봐.
That was on my short list. The whistling
Love it.
in that song. Like, yeah, totally.
Plus, isn't in the music video or like one of their stages, they're wearing like very red, like lifeguard
Yes.
sort of outfits?
AOA and lifeguard outfits is always a win, especially because they pull it off so well and they've done it so many times.
Definitely.
True. It's a solid fallback for you.
Yeah. And then so lastly with our pick, we kind of wanted to go a little off center and not pick one that maybe some people have not heard just because there is no music video, it wasn't a single, and that was Card's Dímelo. Now, Dímelo is a B-side to their newest album. Now, we weren't at the time super sold on their single Right on the Wind, but as soon as we heard Dímelo, we were absolutely sucked in. We love the addition of the Spanish language that's in it. The girls in there, they had recently finished doing Lo Siento with Super Junior, so it kind of felt fitting that they would do a Spanish song such as this one. The Spanish that they use is very well, it's very effective, it has that Latin flair, it's a very overall strong Card song, and it works so well, and I wish this could have been their single, and this has been our favorite track of the summer so far.
Yo te quiero así. Dímelo, 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 dímelo. Te quiero así. Te quiero solo para mí. Dímelo, 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 dímelo. Te quiero así. Yo te quiero así.
It's a good one. I really like that one.
Yeah, was everyone else feeling the same about Card's latest album?
To be totally honest, I didn't listen to it.
Dang.
Sorry.
It actually warms my heart to hear that that happened to somebody else. I actually didn't listen until somebody was like, I think it was Ariana, right, who posted in our group chat, like, Dímelo is really good, guys. I was like, oh, okay. I'll give it a try. I'll give him a try.
I'll get to
Yeah,
it.
you recommend. I think it's. I mean, and obviously it's underrated. And it's a very good
Definitely.
song. I think that it could have fit very well with the summer. It would have meshed well with all the other songs that came out with them as a single. But as a B-side, it's fantastic. I just hope they do some live performances for it because it deserves it.
Yeah, I too recommend it. If you're not that into Card, give this one a listen.
All right,
Okay.
well, I'll do it. I'll do it.
That's all I wanted to hear.
That's your homework after the episode.
Got it.
All right, and moving right along, we have K-pop Unmuted. Tell us what you picked as your top 3 K-pop songs of summer.
So we decided on our top 3 the way we do everything at Kpop Unmuted by consensus. So I consulted with...
Wait a minute. Okay.
I'm telling you.
Yeah?
Everything. I consulted with Alexis, Tamar, and Scott about summer song, and then I pretty much picked whatever I wanted.
See, I knew that was coming.
That's almost true. That is pretty much what happened. So, and as the first example of that, our number 3 song is Neon Bunny's Tell Me. Now, Neon Bunny is not one of your usual suspects for a summer song. If you're not familiar with her, she's an indie, I guess you'd probably call her a bedroom producer type. She does really heavily produced electronic music and dreamy vocals, but this song is definitely a summer song. You can tell because the video has a surfing dinosaur.
Nothing says summer like a surfing dinosaur.
Right. And it has some very prominent tropical sounds, steel drum, especially. Like there's a lot of synths that sound kind of steel drummy, but this really sounds like a steel drum.
Oh, I love steel drum.
It's nice. But I think it fits the theme, what we talked about before about the reduced influence of tropical house, because even with the tropical sounds, it's definitely not a house beat. I think the beats are too complicated to qualify as house. But it's definitely a summer tropical, has kind of an island sound to it. Except for the flute. I'm not sure that's an island sound.
Some kind of pipe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, that's true. Good point. So our number 2 pick, and this actually is championed by Tamar and Scott especially, is Lovely's Wagyu-Zag.
What?
They have an extra syllable in it if you listen. or not extra. They have the proper amount of syllables, and I think in English we would not put enough syllables in it. This is kind of a more laid, kind of barbecue, sunset on the beach kind of summer song. It's light and upbeat, but it's not real super dancey, or it doesn't have a big anthemic chorus or anything. And it also has sort of tropical sounds to it, but they're presented in the signature Lovelyz like J-pop electronic sound. And I think one of the trends that other people had pointed out is in our discussions before the show is video game orchestration, which I think definitely would apply to Wagzak.
Somebody의 온통감 너뿐이야. 뭐든 다 이루어질 것 같아. 너랑 여름은 조각. 살짝 베어본 순간 바다를 본 것 같아. Wagzak. 시원했던 걸 깨는 순간 바다를 본 것 같아.
I think that would apply to some other Lovelyz songs as well, right?
Like every Lovely song,
Okay, so I'm not wrong.
you're not wrong.
That's common to a lot of J-pop.
Yeah, that sort
Years.
of 8-bit aesthetic.
Yeah.
And this one was not accompanied by an album, right? This is just a single.
It wasn't, and I don't think they're even promoting it. And to tell you the truth, the video seemed a little, underfunded. They just kind of went to a nice location and they have some colored water
man.
that they're drinking, and they're squirting each other with water guns and things. But it's nice.
Oh,
I
man.
feel like Lovelyz has some really underrated vocals. Like, I've liked a lot of their B-sides. I feel like they do a really good job.
Oh, their vocals are unbelievable. I was so shocked when I found out, that like Kay is not the main vocalist. I mean, they have 3 or 4 main vocalists, and they're a pretty amazing group. And even though we didn't consult with Joe on this list, I know that he is a huge Lovelyz fan and would concur.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah.
I can easily picture that.
So our number 1 song, I feel like I have to apologize to the other Popcasts because I called dibs on this before the song even came out. It's Red Velvet's Power Up.
Wow.
As long as it makes it on
love
here.
right
For me
there.
to do that.
Yeah.
They are definitely the new girls of summer, and this is the song of the summer. So I guess I should have saved this
Wow.
to the end of the show, but let's
We've
just
got
make it
Steven
official.
on record making
Yes.
letting Red Velvet take over for Sistar.
Bold claims.
They have had some pretty consistent summertime hits.
They have.
a pretty summery vibe.
They can do everything.
I support
Their
that.
song
That
Happiness is
conclusion.
one of my all-time favorite K-pop summer songs.
Yeah, that came out in summer.
yes.
Their debut. So this one, my hot take on this one when it first came out was, what if we did a song that's just hooks? It starts out with that banana refrain.
Yeah,
I will try to
banana.
recreate it.
Oh yeah.
And then it never lets up from there. It's just hook after hook. It's got that video game orchestration. And the video game has a little higher production value than Lovelyz. I mean, not the video game. The music video has a little higher production than
That was a
Lovelyz.
video
But
game.
it also replicates a video game in parts. So, when I first listened to it, and I think probably a lot of people, it comes across as a kind of very light, frivolous, bubbly song. But the vocal performances, the production, the composition, it's a really well done song. And it's the song of the summer. Did I mention that?
Wow. Bold statement.
I think
Did I mention that?
We'll just
It's
wait
the
till we
best
prove
bad
you
song.
wrong.
Oh, what'd you say, Jonathan?
I think it's the best bad song. It's.
no.
Let
Yeah, I had to make sure I heard you right.
Whoa.
Let me clarify. I rated it good on our show. It's one of those songs, or in my opinion, it's so catchy, and you're right, it's all hooks, and to me that doesn't qualify it as like a great song, but at the same time, it's so catchy, it is great. Like, it's an oxymoron. Like, it works both ways. And, like, I
don't
do
know if
love
I'm
that
convinced.
song.
I get you. I didn't like it when it came out. Like, the melting in the music video also, like, upset my lizard brain in some way. I just, like, didn't. It made me feel uncomfortable, everything melting.
yeah?
But, like, hearing it occasionally on the floor at KCON this weekend. I was like, oh, it is fun.
Yeah, and it's funny how
I
KCON
guess.
does that. KCON made me like that song more and Cards single more. I mean, after hearing it so much at KCON played after play after play, I was like, you know what? These aren't that bad. I like it a lot.
Context is everything.
Yes.
Well, are we ready to move on to the one true Kpop cast? Man, I totally butchered that. That was going to be so
Well-
funny. That was going to be my joke.
I know. Do it again. We'll laugh genuinely.
No, I can't. It's too late. Let's move on to the Kpop cast picks. Steph, why don't you give us our intro?
Sure.
Tell us
So-
about our agonizing conversation.
Oh,
in
man.
Just a tweet.
Oh gosh, just it was epic. It was bloody.
You're cheating. You're
It was
cheating. Too many adjectives.
no. It was an epic battle of like gladiator proportions. We got all the hosts to submit their top picks, like a list as long as you want. So I think Michaela had like how many on her list? Like 30 songs. And then we all
did have a
put
lot
them
of, like,
together, head to head in
Leftover
a
just in case songs.
We did. We had so many. And then we just looked at the overlaps. We ranked them. We said how many songs have 3 votes, how many songs have 2 votes. And then we just hopped on a call. And I feel like we were on there for like 52 hours.
Oh,
just
man.
like
So I was
duking it
busy and had to leave after an hour. And I was like, well, they're almost done. And then I like got onto the chat 40 or 45 minutes later, and there wasn't a message about the call having ended. And I was like, are you kidding
We
me?
were still on the call.
And then, yeah, like another half hour passes, and then I finally get a notification that the call ends. Like, whoa.
It was pretty
So, yeah.
emotional. I really liked
Sounds like it.
Rodri's last line as he was headed out the door. He was like, all right, guys, I got to go, but I put all my votes to BTS. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our number 3 pick that made it in thanks to Rodri just sacrificing all his other songs and putting his votes towards this. It was BTS Anpanman. That was our number
A
3
rightful
pick.
choice.
That is a good
Yes.
song.
I'm so glad it made it on.
It almost didn't because, you know, it came out so long ago that it just feels like not really a summer song, but listen to it and there's only one season it could be.
That's true. I actually was looking at it just earlier today, and I was like, this has got to be the darkest colored album cover for a summer song ever. Like, it's just black. And
Yeah.
there's nothing summery about the rest of that album. But Anpanman is the perfect. There are only a few settings in which I listen to music, and one of them is car with the windows rolled down, and this is absolutely that. And it sounds like Peter agreed too. Right before we started recording, he was like, "By the way, that was a great one to play in the car really loud. Okay, good luck, guys." And I was like, yes, Peter, it is, because that is exactly where I listen to it, when I listen to it, how I listen to it. I need this song to be playing while I'm outside in some way, and it needs to be loud and happy because it is so amazing. And you've got these like happy, like playful vocals, if that makes sense. Like I feel like BTS is really having fun with this one. And there's like a lot of swing, which a lot of like, it's not necessarily Latin, but it's, you know, Latin music has a lot of swing. And so I feel like it's kind of, it's worked its way into the musical theory trends of the summer music. Which, of course I'd bring that up. But if anybody has seen what Anpanman is, a little happy superhero cookie man, that is like...
Yeah, did all of you guys know what Anpanman was before the song came out? You did?
I did.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I was
we
so
did.
happy when I discovered it, though. I was like, that's
Tell
what I
us,
want.
for-
I want
for
to
the
rap
listeners-
about
for the listeners who don't
children's.
know.
Yeah, it is a Japanese children's TV show about an anpan, which I think is like a bun, like a bean bun. And then Anpanman is a bun man, I guess. He's just like a little...
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
It is so
I
cute.
Just Googled it.
I knew it from, there was a really early episode of Return of Superman where Sarang was at the Jimjilbang with her dad and he was trying to win her an Anpanman from the crane machine and she was sobbing and he couldn't get one. So like, that's what I always think of. It's like, and I think he gets it eventually. I'm
course.
pretty sure he did.
Man, we
That's
should have
so
just had
cute.
you tell us about it. But, but yeah,
all we
that's
need
kind
to
of
know.
a brief background of how fun and wonderful and carefree Anpanman is. It is a great summer song.
Indeed. So our number 2 pick, I am so happy this made it onto the list because it's not a single. It doesn't have a music video, but gosh darn it, it is like a summer anthem for me. It's Blackpink's Forever Young. I just campaigned so hard for this. It has
For,
and I feel
2.5 hours
vindicated that it's,
by my
man.
indications.
You guys don't understand. Like this was a fight, y'all. But Forever Young for me is more of a summer hit than the title track or the lead single of Blackpink's album Doo Doo Doo, because it has that anthemic sound. It has a Latin or African drum beat to it, and
It's true.
it's talking about wanting the moment that you're in right now to never end. I could die in this moment, is what they say. And don't we all feel like that in summer? So I just, I think this is a trend with all of us on the commute, windows down, yelling out the lyrics at the top of at the top of my lungs.
I do think it's like, especially compared to the other songs on that album, it's definitely the most laid back, which is like an absolute must for a summer song.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Forever young. Forever young. Blackpink is the revolution. Forever young. Forever young. Blackpink is the revolution. 매일 bomb. 이 노래를 blah blah. Yeah, we got that bomb. Come again.
Rodri, did you want to jump in with the
Yeah,
number
I mean,
1 pick? Do the honors?
I don't want to do this
I know
wrong,
you have thoughts,
but
This song almost picks itself.
feelings.
oh, definitely. And that's exactly how I felt. I was looking through the list of like the available songs that we had based on like, I think it was last April is when we started the window, and I was like, wow, if this doesn't make it on there, we're making a serious mistake. This is Super
also a
Junior's-
song. Oh yeah, sorry. I was going
Go
to say
ahead, go
this
ahead.
is
Keep the
this is
intro
also
going.
the song that we didn't think we would get to have. We thought that one of y'all would claim it. Right
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which, because none of you did, wrongly so, we made sure that it made it onto the show. So, number 1 pick for the K-Popcast is Super Junior's Lo Siento, the song of the summer.
See? Oh, no,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
true.
what you need for a summer song. You're so
Oh,
right.
man.
Told
Whispers
you.
of
That's
Card.
the formula. K-pop summer formula. Pale skin in the sun plus oh na na.
And what says Latin beat like inviting an actual Latin singer onto your album to help you sing it?
She's
Which-
right.
Yeah, and I will say that like her parts of the song are my favorite parts of that song, and thanks to that song, I am now a very big fan of her, Leslie Grace. Her songs are fantastic. So like not K-pop, but highly recommend all of her stuff.
Yeah, I'd actually recently, because my mom loved that song from, what's that movie that I didn't even watch? I feel terrible. The Pixar one with the Coco. Yes. Natalia Lafourcade sang something in that one, and I have been like so into her for like a year now, and I was so glad to see like kind of a similar voice in another genre I like. So this song was like great for me because I love Super Junior and I really wanted them to keep releasing music, and they did, but also because I just love the female vocals from like Latin singers. So good. And I love that style of music too, especially that guitar. Oh, and swing. This song has swing coming out of its whatever songs have as body parts. That sounds much worse. I could have just said ears, but it just sounded so weird.
Whatever.
But then I just made it even
Roll
weirder.
with it.
Yeah. No, this song is definitely, like, especially for us in our podcast, I think we're major Super Junior biases. And I mean, the part of the reason why we didn't want to add it to ours is because it's literally goes on like our favorite, possibly one of our top 3, if not top 1 favorite song of the year so far. But I mean, one thing we got to talk about too is the music video. The music video does such a fantastic job on bringing Latin America meets Korea.
Yeah.
And that's really what happens too in regards to the snow that you see. When it's snowing, when they're in the parking lot, that's supposed to represent obviously the Korean side, and then when they're inside, when there isn't obviously any snow, that's supposed to be more of the Latin side of things. But the whole transition that they have and showing the 2 different elements, and this is such a huge step forward for the Latin community, the K-pop, Latin, in regards to how big K-pop is in Latin America. It's huge. I mean, there was an article that came out recently, I think it was on Forbes or somewhere, where it talked about how, besides Korea, Latin America, or just Latin Spanish in general, is the 2nd biggest market for K-pop.
Yeah.
And this song is just so well produced. You gotta also get up for playing skills, who helped produce the song. It's such a win on so many levels. It's just such a fantastic job. SJ did such a great job with this song.
Yeah.
Lo siento. Wow, 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 wow. Lo siento, lo siento. Si te beso hoy, mañana me voy. Loca por ti no estoy. Si no es así.
I know, I feel like that's such a great one to end on, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Who isn't happy with that one?
exactly. It's
That was actually part of why I liked it so much. I feel like Stan Twitter, all of the the Latin Stan Twitter was like so ecstatic about this song, and I was like happy for them that they got what they deserved.
I think that's what K-pop is all about, bringing different cultures together, bringing different genres together, different languages, and just people from different parts of the world enjoying each other. And that song just perfectly encapsulates that.
Bravo.
All right, I think we're gonna sign off. This was so much fun, you guys.
Yes, thank you all for coming.
Yay, thank you.
Are y'all down to do this at the end of the year?
Of course.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Just came up with that.
Wait, but does that mean that we have to pick like our top songs of all of 2018?
Imagine how long that
Let's see
phone
who's
call
number
is going to
one.
be.
I'm choosing
Start
it now.
I'm already
guys.
out. I resign now ahead of time.
You start now, then you'll have time. You have like 6 more months.
If Red Velvet comes out with another album, I got dibs on that.
All right,
So whatever EXO's gonna come out with next is gonna murder us all.
Well, actually, Super Junior might be coming out with another Spanish song
Chanyeol's
too.
not working out for nothing.
Oh, wait, really? Is that like a confirmed thing?
Well, the rumor is they're coming out with probably one of the biggest Spanish pop groups is Rake. I don't know if any of you ever heard
snap.
of Rake,
Yeah.
but the rumor is right now that they're doing a song with Rake, and it's going to be coming out in September. So hopefully those rumors are true. Everything
Oh,
points to
hopefully.
Yes.
I would
and it
love
should be
that.
amazing.
Oh man.
They're going to kill that.
Yeah.
R.I.P. my future self.
We have so much to look forward to, you guys. So, signing off, be sure to join us for our weekly K-pop Twitter chats on Tuesdays at 12 Pacific Time using the hashtag KPopChat. And don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and tell your friends. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. This was so much fun and can't wait until next time. Signing
Yes,
off, let our
thank you.
listeners know where they can find your show.
You can find Ask Me About Kpop at AMA Kpop Pod on Twitter and Instagram. We are also on Tumblr, and we are also now on YouTube. If you're a YouTube type, we have a YouTube channel with our podcast on there.
Fancy.
Hi, this is Jonathan with Kpop Hot Pot, and you can find us at Kpop Hot Pot on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and also on YouTube, even though we don't use it too much as of yet. And also want to let you all know to check out our all Spanish episode that will be premiering in the next few weeks. Thank you.
That's cool.
So for K-pop Unmuted, the best place to find us is just search on iTunes or Google Play and hit the subscribe button, and you'll get all the episodes that way. If you're not ready to commit yet, you can follow us on Twitter at Kpop Unmuted or
Test the
at
waters.
Cult Scene. Yeah, you'll get a heads up about the episodes, and we'll slowly drag you in.
You can read all the Luna tweets. All the
Exactly.
Luna tweets your heart desires.
Exactly. We have another Luna episode coming. We have a post-debut episode on the way, so anticipate
Wow.
that, please.
You can find us, the Kpopcast, on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Rodri. Just my name twice. RHODRI. Oh, I guess it's just stuff now, huh? I'm so bad at these transitions today, guys.
That
I'm
was
so-
Oh,
horrible.
good. Oh, no.
I'm keeping that in the episode. I'm going to use
All
it somewhere
love.
else, though.
Yeah. Yeah, just edit that and then.
Outro. Hey.
I'll put it with like tons of reverb and put it after everything that you say, Steven.
Yeah. Be careful what you say to our editor. All right. Once again, thank you for joining us, everyone. The K-Pop cast is produced by Peter Lowe, Stephanie Parker, and Ariana Khan. Edited by Peter Lowe, Rodri Thomas, and Michaela J. Matt Diaz leads the K-Pop chat, and Raman Man runs our Instagram. Guys, I want to try something. You know how we say Daebak or not all at the same time?
Yeah.
Can we try that?
Let's do it.
Okay, so it's gonna be 3, 2, 1, Daebak. Okay.
Daebak? Oh.
All right. Okay, that was
I
just
thought we did it
practice.
already.
I want to make it on
you
the
were
same time.
just explaining.
Okay, I was just explaining.
what you were
All right, you
gonna
ready? 3, 2, 1.
Daebak or not.
Way too fast.
I think I was too fast.
Why'd you say it so slowly?
That's how they
Some
say
people
it.
did it really
Say
fast.
it slow.
Sorry.
All right,
I
it was
ruined it.
good enough. Good enough. Rodri,
Beautiful.
that's your job. We're gonna edit it to make it perfect.
I am
right?
not even going to edit that. I'm just going to leave it in.